Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Metal Mark the Boss Twitching. I'm Metal Mark the Boss. Gotta finish off the Hawks, baby. Gotta keep Ben Roethlisberger down.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
They always give me the guy not following the guy in front.
Reaching the 45-yard line.
Like, I gotta get used to that.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
That's why you pick them balls up. I don't know why they assume they're going to bounce out.
How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
No fucking
their second meeting of the season.
They pinned me right back against the fucking end zone.
Blew out the Seahawks.
Fucking blew. That's the first time I've ever had that happen. Literally couldn't make a fucking play because literally I'm pinned right against the back. And it's because this asshole let the fucking ball go through. I knew I should have ran back and grabbed it. That's why I always do that. I always run back and grab the ball because these dudes are fucking idiots. It's like, dude, don't pin us back in the 2 because, look, you just killed the drive. Like, we should have been right down the field. It should have been another score. And we lose the score because the fucking idiot lets the ball go back.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Yeah, this shit's
that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Yeah, that was some bullshit, the dude.
So for
Not grabbing
Miami,
that ball and
it's an
letting him pin
ideal
us back
start
on
as they
the
move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again.
I wish I could just change the settings to be like, no, always get that ball. I don't care where it's at. Grab it.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Trotting. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The starting 11 now for Los Angeles on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, my
and
God.
now the Rams have got it going the other way.
Wow.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, this he was.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Nice.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And that's complete. It's Green here. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
That was my
That's
bad. He should have been out way before that. You seen he was
now
wide
here's
open.
A pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
I'm just going to leave the tackle.
Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably
not
not very
in the
deep
play,
into their
they
script.
put me to the
I think
most
that they'll
whack
stay with
person.
it. I don't think they'll
Whatever
abandon it
direction
just
I'm
yet
pushing the other
and try
way,
and generate some
that's what they
offense
put
on
me
this
on.
drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. To Michel on the screen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run with Michelle. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Block on 3rd down. Got his man. That's Harry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before
hit the button
said and done.
And not hit anything. Like not hit
that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Goff now looks to throw. And able to find Green. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him. When things have changed a little bit, they have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Locke. Finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, Michel. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Michel. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being...
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Dancing to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jared Goff, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. We have hit. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They're able to locate Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. They'll fake it. Now Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Luck. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now Michelle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Michelle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the counter, Hunt, and just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Oh, he had it. Taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Making me kick.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Come on, bruh. This Madden bullshit sometimes is fucking corny. Like, I'm not out on the field, motherfucker. I can't pick up the ball. If I get next to it, this is a professional. He can't grab that ball. It bounces off his fucking head. And you retard me so I get stuck on the fucking 2 and I can't go anywhere and drive. Purposely. Madden proof. This fucking Madden proof is bullshit.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back now in Miami.
I knew it was going to stick. That's why I said, I was like, oh, I got to go back there and go grab it.
For the fourth quarter,
because this motherfucker should be underneath it. Anytime it's close, you should be underneath it.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running into the submission.
He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Take my dude every time he gets contact.
Over the dime work on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass.
Glued to his hands.
That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He's got glue on his fucking hands. Your guys, no.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Locke. Caught. It's Wilson.
What the fuck are you doing?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first
down.
Giving
him the fucking throw. That's what the fuck you're doing.
People worry about throwing the
Madden
because often it can get jumped, and that
can
turn into
AI
either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that.
See that shit? They literally moved my guy away from the fucking play. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
And he'll get that to Michel.
Now I hit him. He can't go down. He's Superman. I can't tackle
It's funny,
no
throughout
more.
the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs
The
about the
team's
ability
just
to catch the ball,
unstoppable. They need to
their
get
eyes light
points
up
on
when
the
they talk
board. They
about
can't
open
get shut
field
out.
and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning
All
of
that
the
riding on their
one-on-one
backs,
matchup of
nobody can
someone
grab
trying to
that
cover
ball.
them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lott. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies.
There we
unable
go.
to get it done.
Shut him
Now
down.
they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is gone. He's got Green. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Mike, we go to the Black 20. Watch the out. Watch the out. Turbo test.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So it stops the clock.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Catch is made by Harry. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Clock throwing again. He completes it to Wilson.
See what I'm saying? Like, they catch it every time.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. again. Love. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Now I get my ball back.
Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. 58 yards. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gone. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey, we got 4 down. Watch 42.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Butker on for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got
now a hit and lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Miami defense. They make their way back onto the field. Really, the only thing left here to figure out is whether or not they can finish off the shutout, because the game, that's out of the question.
And unlike baseball, where you never mention the possibility of a no-hitter until it actually occurs, in this case, they can see a shutout is within grasp. That's what they're talking about out there right now. Don't give up any points. Let's finish this thing off.
How big is that for a defense to take a shutout into the next week?
It's absolutely huge. You just feel better about everything that you do, everything about your teammates, everything about your squad. It's massive.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their
This dude looking like a whole troll. Looking like a whole friggin' one of them, whom do you serve? Saruman! Looking like an orc and shit. Looking like the bull from, what was that, Horizon Forbidden West or whatever? The Horizon game, the bull that she was in contact with. Looks like him. Of course, the man. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Metal Mark the Boss. This has been Metal Mark the Boss Twitching. I'll be back with more Madden 2020. Check out my merch store. If you're on YouTube, hit that follow button. I only need 50 people, and I can start going live on YouTube. It's going to be just cray-cray. All right, I'll see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Later.